Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video where today I'll be playing Fall Guys, but every time I die I have to take a shot until I win a game. Nah, but today really just has not been the absolute best day for me, guys. It was one of those days where I was sitting in the gym with my earbuds in, listening to sad music, just wanting to put a fucking No, I thought of this idea actually while I was in the gym, and I was gonna turn on my face cam for this video, but I thought that I probably shouldn't, just in case I ever actually need to try to get a real job down the line. This probably wouldn't be the best for my digital footprint. The girl that I've been talking about in my last couple of videos, if you guys have watched them, literally just pulled some ultimate tomfoolery on me. I didn't really think that it could get any worse. Oh boy, was I fucking wrong, because it sure as hell fucking did. I'm not gonna recap the entire lore of what I talked about in that video. Basically, after that, her and all of her friends followed me on Instagram at the exact same time, just to like fuck with me, I guess. And I just showed absolutely no reaction. And then I actually checked back on Instagram this morning, and then she ended up unfollowing me. And I just really was feeling this physical pain in my chest over it fully being over. And the most fucked up part about this whole situation is that I can't believe that I'm feeling physical pain in my chest and physical pain in my heart from a girl that I never even dated and truthfully never had a real emotional connection with. You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize that since I kind of have a lack of purpose in life, or have this sense of lack of purpose in life, I kind of obsess over women in this like weird way and have this very strong sense of limerence, I guess, whenever I meet a girl that I kind of enjoy spending time with, to the point where it gets unhealthy and it just ends up biting me in the ass. I don't know why I'm like this, and I wish I fucking wasn't. Sorry guys, I didn't mean for this Fall Guys session to turn into a therapy session. You know what? I want to get my first shot going here because I actually have a funny story to tell you guys as well, so woo. Woohoo! I really didn't have the best day. I woke up, I worked my normal time from 9 to 5. This is pretty much when this thing with the Instagram followers had happened, and I pretty much checked back on my account like later. Basically, after I unfollowed and unadded all of her and her friends on Instagram, I guess they all got together, or she texted them. They all followed me on Instagram again at the same exact time. The whole friend group, 4 of them, 4 girls. Pretty sure it was to try to elicit some sort of reaction out of me. I mean, I wasn't falling for it because I knew what they were doing, or at least, you know, maybe I'm misinterpreting the situation, but that's what it truly felt like from my standpoint and my point of view. And then I checked back a little later, and then I noticed that she had, you know, the girl that I liked had unfollowed me. It just made me really upset because now I'm like, damn, so it's really kind of over, because, you know, I still will admit that even after I had quote unquote cut her off, I still was kind of holding on to this little bit of hope that maybe she would reach out and say something of meaning, or like check up on me and kind of show some emotion or care about my well-being, and she just didn't. So I was really upset about it. All in all, I deleted every single picture from my phone that I had with her, of her. Anything that could possibly remind me of her, I got rid of on my phone. And then literally I put my phone down. I tried to go back to work, and I swear, man, I got this literal physical pain in my chest that I haven't felt in a very, very long time. I only was talking to this girl for maybe 3.5 months at that. Like, that's fucking crazy. I don't even think she realizes how much of a grip she really had on me. Okay, that makes Jesus, what the fuck? Oh, well, I don't know what just happened to my voice. I got like some mucus stuck in my throat. That makes sense, I guess. After I finished working, I went over to the gym. It was one of those workouts where I genuinely just wanted to fucking kill. Like, you guys know when you go to the gym to kind of just try to take your mind off things, but like it kind of just makes you think of things even more, and it makes them hurt even more. That's how I was. I'm literally sitting on this bench like almost in tears. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna admit it. I cried, okay? After I got out of the gym, I sat in my car and I fucking cried. I was really upset. I still am really upset over this whole situation. I know that I shouldn't be, and I feel like honestly kind of pathetic that I am so upset over a girl that really didn't care that much about me at the end of the day, didn't show me a lot of interest. Going back to what I was saying earlier, from an evolutionary standpoint, our goal as humans, since we are animals at the end of the day, is to reproduce and continue the human race, right? In our DNA, it is hard-coded that we want to reproduce, which is why I feel like if you are a person who has this feeling where they lack purpose in their life, or they don't know what direction they're going, or they don't really have a lot of hobbies or a lot going for them, you kind of get obsessed with relationships. And anytime you kind of talk to someone and you just slightly enjoy their presence, you like find yourself imagining this whole life with them, and you have this sense of complete limerence is the word. And I feel like I had painted this picture of this girl in my head of what I wanted her to be, and I was really let down when she turned out to not be that person. I don't blame her for not being that person. She doesn't owe me anything. I don't think I qualified. Fuck. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt 100% of the time. I think I just get really disappointed in general when people turn out to not be who I thought they were. Enough of the sad shit. I actually have a really funny story to tell you guys that I was telling some of my friends when we were out the other night, and they thought it was the funniest fucking thing in the world, so I'd love to share it with you guys right now. So I'm pretty sure I went on multiple dates with the girl that was gay. And by pretty sure, I mean like very sure. Like 99.3% sure that she is gay, or at least bisexual. And I just want to put it out there. I don't care if someone is gay or bisexual, okay? I'm not like some homophobic weird fucker. I really don't care what anyone's into, as long as you're not into fucking weird or illegal shit. Actually, you could be into weird shit. As long as it's not illegal, I don't really care what you like, okay? When I first moved to Florida, we met mutually, right? She ran just in the friend group. She ended up texting me the next day and she said, hey, it was super fun hanging out with you. I think we should get together sometime or whatever like that. I gave her my number. We started talking over the phone and then I asked her out on a date and she said, yeah. So I took her out. This happened when I first moved to Florida. I took her out on a couple of dates and nothing really happened between us. It kind of just fizzled out slowly and then nothing came to even be of it, right? Fast forward a year from this. Now, this is when I lived in Tampa. So when I first moved to Florida, I originally lived in Sarasota, which is a city about hours south of Tampa. After that first year of living in Sarasota, I moved up north to Tampa. We just randomly reconnected somehow. And then I just said, you know, like we should maybe try this again. Like, and then I asked her out on another date after I haven't hung out with her for like significant amount of time. Okay. That's all you need to know. So she's like, okay, sure. So she drives all the way up to my house in Tampa and we go out on a nice steak dinner. Had an absolute great time. You know, we're drinking, we're eating, we're laughing together. We're just catching up because it had been so long since we went out on those first initial dates. After that date, we end up going to the casino. Sorry to break the story, but I'm pretty fucking locked in right now and I think I'm winning this shit and I don't want to, so you know what? Let's just sacrifice and keep playing because I'm in the middle. I want to finish this story. She asked me if she can sleep over at my house. Now, this made perfect sense because she did live pretty far away, still around in the Sarasota area. So it was a pretty far drive, a little over an hour. So it made perfect sense that she wanted to stay over at my house in Tampa. I wasn't really expecting anything like sexual, I guess I should say. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to say what I'm thinking. I wasn't expecting anything like that. You know, maybe just a kiss or something at that before we went to bed, whatever. I really wasn't thinking too much into it. Me, the girl, and my other friend hop in an Uber from the casino and we Uber back to my house in Tampa. The girl goes inside and I tell her to just go in my closet and put on whatever clothes she wants because she was in her like going out clothes from the date. I'll be right back. I need to bring my other friend, who's a guy, by the way. I guess I should maybe state. I have to bring him home because he lives a couple minutes away and he needs a ride home. In my head, I'm kind of thinking, all right, maybe she's gonna put on something comfy or whatever. When I get back after dropping my friend off, bro, I walked in my crib. I walked back in my room and she was wearing my full Nike Tech outfit, bro. I mean, all right, whatever. I'm fucking with it. You know, it's not really exactly what I was expecting. Anyway, we lay down in my bed. I just straight up say to her, can I kiss you right now? I also just realized I didn't take a shot from the last time we died. Ooh. All right. If I ask her straight up, can I kiss you right now? She says, no, I'm too drunk. I just said, whatever. All right, it's all right. I mean, was I a little disappointed? Yeah, but whatever. We just went to bed. I opened my eyes, 7:38 in the morning. The first thing that I see as soon as I open my eyes from my slumber, her sitting next to me, crisscross applesauce. And she goes, I think it's a good time for us to have a serious conversation. And in my head, I thought, a serious conversation? This is the first time we've hung out in 2 years. This is basically our first date. What do you mean a serious conversation? She said, I think this is a good time for us to have a serious conversation if this is gonna go any further. And I just thought it was a little weird. So now in my head, I'm thinking, fuck. She's gonna grill me for asking to kiss her last night. She's gonna be like, it was our first date. Why did you like try to make a move on me? Like that was disrespectful. That was what I thought she's gonna ask me. The words that proceeded to come out of her mouth, for lack of better words, might as well have grabbed me by the throat and choke slammed me against my wall and put me in a rear naked choke and made me fucking tap out in 4 seconds. Okay. So she goes, hold on, count the fruit. Count the fruit, motherfucker. 1, 2 grapes. There's 2 fucking grapes. What do you mean count the fucking fruit? She looks at me and she goes, so what's your opinion on like the border control laws in our country and shit? Now, wow, that's insane. I must have looked at her with the most puzzled look I have ever expressed in my 22 years on this earth. I'm pretty sure I was still drunk at this point because we were drinking until like 3 or 4 in the morning and this was only about 4 hours later at probably around 8 a.m. And I just look at her and I said, I don't really know. Like, what do you mean? Why are you asking me this? And then she proceeded to go down this whole list asking me my views on like pretty much every political topic. And honestly, looking back on it, you know what? I fuck with that. At first, I thought it was really weird. After this interaction, she basically left and we didn't talk again because I thought it was super weird in the moment. But now that shows me that she was serious about the relationship. Yes, it might have been the first time that we had hung out in multiple years and the first time that I had seen her in years and we just caught up. She was trying to vet me. This tells me she was looking for a serious relationship because why? You are in a serious relationship. It is very important, at least in my opinion, for you and your partner's political beliefs to align. She was vetting me. That tells me she was looking for a serious relationship and I can fuck with that, okay? I can really respect a girl that knows what she wants and is not afraid to ask me of my political beliefs on the first date. You know what? I was hating it on a first, but I fuck with that. End of story. That's actually not the end of the story because I forgot to mention how she turned out to be gay. Apparently, one of my friends just told me that she used to date a girl for like long time. Like she was in a relationship with a girl for like over a year. I still am friends with this girl, by the way. No ill will against her at all. And that story was purely for entertainment purposes only. She's an amazing young woman and she's, you know, a super great friend. It's just a funny story in hindsight. Okay, am I doing a shot for every time I die or for every time I don't win a game? I don't know. Let's do every time I die. So that was a death. All right, 2 shots are going down the hatch. One for when we lost the last round and one for when we died right there. Number 1. Woo! That one had a little bit of a medicinal taste to it. Here we go, second one. We are 5 shots deep. This brings me into my next point. This is the one thing I don't like about alcohol in a societal standpoint. Why are alcoholics not called drug addicts? I would argue that alcohol is more dangerous than some Schedule 1 substances. The biggest reason, in my opinion, is you have to think about how accessible alcohol is. It is a lot easier to buy a handle of liquor than it is to get a I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm low-key drunk right now. I'm not gonna lie. We need to win this match. I'm low-key drunk. No. Fuck, dude, I can't believe that. I literally just got molested sideways by a fucking hamster with that bullshit. Are we fucking dead ass? I'm sorry. I need to lock in. No. No! 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 I'm dead ass about to crash out, bro. I'm so dead ass. I'm about to put my controller to my fucking monitor right now, bro. Fuck. Ugh. All right, we can't fuck up here. If I fuck up here, it might be wraps. I gotta get this first try. No! Oh my god, that might be the dagger. Oh no, I have to get it right here. No, what the fuck? I'm accepting defeat. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. Peace.